great to see you, man. And for folks who are watching this whole interview on Rudy Blair Entertainment Media, RudyBlairMedia.com, Aaron immediately came on and I was just like, hey, how's it going? I don't want to say anything else. I want to get to recording because I always feel like some of the best conversations are before you do the interview, and I don't want to lose that, man.
I
So
did.
I
I
wanted to
totally
make
get it.
sure. Yeah, I wanted
I
to hit the
totally get
record
it.
button.
I just appreciate that you let me know. I appreciate that Zoom says now recording. Because if you didn't say that, I might say some things I probably shouldn't say, and then I'm forever chastised by it. So
Nah, you know me, man. I would edit it out,
yeah, you're a
you
good
know.
guy like that, right?
Hey, look, straight up,
I
man.
love it.
How were the holidays for you?
Oh man, they were so good. It's so good and so busy, and it's this year I didn't have a New Year's show, which was like a new. I mean, I can't remember the last time I didn't play a New Year's show, so which was actually kind of nice. We actually ended up going to a wedding that on the
Oh,
wife's side of the family. So of course it was in North Carolina, and of course I was the singer guy that didn't have a gig, so there was a band there, so I had to get up and do some entertaining anyway. I don't think I'm ever going to get away from that, which I'm okay with. I love what I do, but
mhm.
man, it was so busy and so good.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, what is it like when how do I put this, man? Is it fun to get a chance to do regular things than just being on the road and being in the recording studio or being in your place where you're creating music? Is it nice to, at times lead a normal life?
Yeah, I mean, I try and do it as much as possible. I think it's we're in the music business, so there's no real such thing as balance or anything like that. So for me, like we went to New York for my wife and I went to New York for Christmas, and we got stuck there. I was supposed to come home on the 24th. We ended up coming home on the 26th because of all the weather and all that stuff. But worst places to be stuck. But we
Mexico,
hadn't
try
had a lot
that.
of yes, right. But we haven't had a lot of we never really get a lot of time to do stuff like that. And my wife is very busy. She's also in the music business as a publisher, and so she's got a lot of calendars that she's taking care of, and a lot of people she's taking care of, and so it's like Christmas is really that only time where it kind of feels normal for us, and then the rest is just like 900 miles an hour. But you know,
Yeah, I hear you, man. The last time I saw you was in London for the CCMAs.
yes.
That was a
Was
fun
that
night,
long
man.
ago? Holy, that was
Yeah,
almost 2 years ago. Is that right?
something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been a while.
Crazy. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I love the CCMAs are so much fun. It's always good to see everybody. And we I'm trying to remember London. I'm trying to remember which they all kind
I
of run together.
Yeah, they do because I saw you at the dinner, and then of course we did red carpet
Right.
afterwards too.
Yes. Right.
And it was one of the rare times where you didn't have a hat on, so of course that blew me away. And
Right.
but it was also
Showing off
because it
my
was, yeah, and it was also the
showing
first
off
time
my
when
bald
really,
head.
hey, the head
Sorry,
looks
I'm
good,
trying
man.
to get my dog's attention. They're freaking out.
Yeah, but the other thing too
Like,
was
don't
we
they
had,
know that I'm in an interview? Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say it was the first time when we really just got out of the pandemic. It was really the first time when we
Yes.
all got together. So it was
That's
a
right.
weird but
Yes.
fun situation.
So weird. I mean, dude, I still have like anxiety about like walking into places and not wearing a mask. Like I
Same here.
still have it. And I mean, it's been gone for it feels well gone. It's not really gone, but you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like the mandates are gone. So I'll walk into a mall or somewhere and be like, oh shoot, I don't have, and then I look around, I was like, what am I doing? I don't need a mask. So it's crazy. It's crazy that I'm so glad that chapter is over,
Yeah.
or sort of over for people. I'm so glad, like, because even just getting back, like that human connection, there's no replacement for that
Mhm.
in my life, like I love being around people and with people and chatting with people. It's like that's a part of my life, like that's a big part of like what keeps me going, so I need that in my world. So
We need that too. That's why we're going to talk about tour. Congratulations on that. What's going on with the tour, man?
I'm in an interview. Yeah, we're so excited, man. Like we've been trying to do this specific tour for say like from the time COVID happened, like, or I think it was that next year we were planning this tour. So it feels like we've been planning it for 2 years. And things have changed. It's so much different out there. The landscape is different. We're so grateful that we've got 16 shows, and that's amazing. And you always want more, but it's just the way the world is like is just like we just got to get out there and do what we can do. And I'm just so excited to have like 75 minutes, 90 minutes to be able to spend that much time up there. We've done a lot of opening stuff over the past 4 years, and so to have that much time, it's so exciting for me, because I literally, I've been planning this tour kind of in my brain, for quite a while, and there's a lot of stories that I never had the time to tell that I now have the time to tell. So I'm super excited for that, and it's also just incredible that I can pretty much fill a whole set list full of songs that people know, which is a bigger blessing than ever. So
I love that, man. And the fact that you're a headliner. Who's your opener?
Haley Benedict is her name. If you don't know, I mean, all the young people know her because she's very popular on TikTok. She's very talented. We grew up, I mean, she grew up in St. Albert, just outside of Edmonton, and her first big thing that she had was Keith Urban brought her up on stage in Edmonton, and she kind of like became the young girl who actually got up and could sing and could do really well. And so I remember that going pretty viral. I think it was like on Facebook or something around that time. And I remember when it happened. And I didn't really know her, but after that, like it felt like everybody knew her as that girl. And then we've just been watching her. She's an incredible hard worker, and which is kind of in my DNA too. So it's a good pairing. It's a good pairing for us. And my management, we actually have the same manager. My management approached me and was like, "Hey, we're thinking about taking on Haley Benedict, and but we're not going to do it without your support. We want you to be able to support it." And I was like, I can't think of anybody better. I think she's young, she's very talented, and she's really coming into her own. It's so awesome to watch that early artistry, and she gives me total like Taylor Swift vibes. I'm not
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah, no, I've interviewed her before.
Yeah, just in an essence of like who she is. She writes, she plays, she just has this really cool vibe to her that is kind of unexplainable. So I'm so excited for people to see her and get to know her a little better.
So here we are. We're talking the future of Canadian country music, but you have teamed up with a queen of Canadian country music, a woman who I have always said, if the apocalypse ever happens, I want to be in her camp, because I
want to be in
know
Meghan. I want to be in Meghan Patrick's truck. Yes, and I totally agree. I totally agree. No, Megan's awesome. We've had a similar timeline, both Megan and I, and in that, I think she signed her deal at Warner maybe 6 months before, or it was right around the same time, and they had just put out the first single when I signed. But it's been awesome. It's been awesome to see her rise, in Canadian country music, and there's just nobody else like Meghan Patrick, man. Like I've always been a really big fan. But part of the reason why we were able to come, it's been really cool, because I think over the years, as you get to know each other and you play a few shows together here and there, we kind of get lucky enough to be put on the same bill on the same day, and then you get a chance to like check out some other people and what they're doing, and so through that, we just became fans of each other. And I had a song out, it was top 10 for us called "Miss Me," that was just obsessed with. Like she loved that song, and that's what kind of when we became friends. And so you know, we would run stuff past each other, and then we'd start writing songs. And I what's so cool about being able to write songs is like when you're looking for a duet partner, you know, on something that, you know, that gives you a total insight on whether or not it's going to work or not before you know, it's kind of like you work together before, you know, so like we have work tapes of us doing songs, and I was like, man, we sound really good together, you know. And because I think we do. I mean, I have a certain rasp to what I do, and I mean, she's got kind of got that one of a kind voice, kind of reminds me of Pam Tillis a little bit. And I just, you know, I'm a big fan, and this worked out so well. Like I played, like it literally couldn't have worked out better. I was like, hey, I got the song. Do you want to sing on it? And she's like, well, she gets asked that all the time, you know. And but she was like, I was like, let me just send you the song. Then, you know, I know you get asked it all the time. I don't want to bombard you with anything, but I was like, let me just send you a song, and you just tell me, like, if you love the song, you want to do it. And she called me back in like 3.5. I don't even think the song was done. She called me back in 2 minutes. She's like, this is a hit, and I want to sing on it. And I was like, all right, well, let's go. So pretty awesome.
Fantastic, man. I love that. And I always keep saying over and over why Hollywood hasn't grabbed her yet to put her in some action movie, or why
Yeah,
Marvel
I
or
know.
DC
It's
hasn't gotten her. It's crazy.
they need to do uh, another what was the movie that Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson were in? Was it Dude?
Oh,
Was
I know
wasn't
which one you're talking about. I can't think of the name of
with
it too, but I
Jessica
know what you're talking about.
Simpson? You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, yeah, she needs to be that for sure. But
Oh God, yeah.
it'll happen.
Badass.
It'll happen. We just gotta wait. We just haven't waited long enough.
Oh yeah. So we'll go back, man. When does the tour begin?
We the first show starts in Lloydminster on January 20th, I believe. Is that right? We leave on the 11th. We're going up through Colorado, and
Mhm.
then I believe it's the 20th. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna double
Okay.
check because I don't want to
Well,
mess
we
it
can
up.
always go back on
That's
the
one of the nice
website.
things about having your laptop in front of you during an interview. Um, yes, January 20th is the first date. So
Fantastic. My fingers are crossed for you for weather is all good traveling through. Just quick
thank
question
you.
too before we wrap this up. Any chance, because the Junos are going to be in Edmonton as we speak, any chance you might be around there?
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly hoping to be present during the Junos. I am a big fan of Canadian music. I've never gone. The one time I was up, it was during the pandemic. So
Are you
crazy.
serious?
I
You've
know
never
it's
been?
crazy. Never been. Isn't that
Wow.
wild? I know.
Well, you
I
know
miss
what?
them.
Fingers are triple cross for you on this one, man, and
Triple cross. I
making
love
sure
it.
you're
Yeah.
down there. I'm going to do everything I can to get my butt down there too. So I'm trying to get myself prepared for that. Either way, man, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you, man.
And more
Appreciate it.
importantly, man, for me, thank you for this and doing the interviews and everything else, man. I love following your journey. Been doing this now for the last couple of years. I'm looking forward to seeing everything you're doing in the future, man. Congrats.
Well, you're one of the best, buddy. It's always such a pleasure to talk to you and keep you in the loop. So anytime, brother.